Hi, my name's McKenna, and today I am going to be relating some of my favorite bisexual main characters. As goes with my first video, I am refilming part of this because I filmed the first portion of it, realized that it was incorrect the way I filmed it, tried to fix it, realized it couldn't be fixed, and that I was going to have to go back and refilm this portion of it before I post it tomorrow. So, you're gonna see me in two different, things. In one, I'm gonna have a completely different, outfit, hair, and makeup. Let it be. I'm not a good planner. I'm still trying to work this out. To preface this video by saying, one, I am not bisexual, but I do have a lot of friends that are. One that let me borrow the flag for the background, so shout out to her. I will leave her Twitter down below, and if I can figure it out right here. Two, these are a lot of popular books, but there are two that I'm not really including for different reasons. I'm trying to focus on main characters, but that being said, let's get into it. The first book I want to talk about today is actually the book I am currently reading, and that is Ace of Shades by Amanda Foody. This book actually follows two main characters, and one of them is bisexual. His name is Levi, and it is not said in terms of bisexual, but is very obvious. He admits attraction to both men and women, and he has relations with both men and women within this story. So it is quite obvious that he is bisexual, although it is not explicitly said within the book. This book is about a girl named N. Salta, whose mother goes missing right before her final year of finishing school, and she travels to the City of Sin to try to find her and follow the one clue that she left, which was the name Levi. The next book I want to talk about is Lady Midnight and the Dark Artifices series by Cassandra Clare. One of the siblings in this book, Mark Blackthorne, is bisexual. He admits to being bisexual. That's what the human term for it would be, he says, because he has been living with fairies for the past 5 years, and this is just what is normal for them. So he, explicitly says within the pages what it would be in human terms is bisexual, and he has relations with men and women throughout this book and series. Lady Midnight and the Dark Artifices series is one of the series in Cassandra Clare's Shadowhunter series, and the reason I picked Mark and not Magnus is because I feel like Mark plays a bigger role in just this series than Magnus plays overall. Magnus does play a great huge role, but Mark is more within this series, so it's just easier to be pinpoint it here. The next book I am going to talk about is Of Fire and Stars by Audrey Coulthurst. This is a book about two princesses falling in love, so obviously there's some LGBT themes within it. However, it is said off page that one of the main characters, Mare, is bisexual. It is said off page, however, within the story, she has a relationship with a woman, and she has hinted to her past relationships with men. So it is quite clear within the story that she is attracted to both genders. However, it is said explicitly off the page that she is more bisexual than lesbian. The next book I want to talk about is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo, because there is one character within this series that is pretty, blatantly bisexual, and there's one that is kind of like down low, that when I was looking up the character that I knew was bisexual in this one, that the other one's name popped up. So the first one is Jesper from the series. He does have relations with a male within the series, and I'm pretty sure it was said in the text that he was attracted to both men and women. However, the other one that I found when I was doing research for this was Nina. And she only really has like a relationship with a man within this series. However, she does make a joke in book 2 about flirting with women. So I think that's where a lot of people got it from, and she does seem like the type. I could see it, but don't like take my word as fact that like yes she is bisexual or no she isn't. But just be aware of those things like when considering whether or not she is bisexual. The next book I want to talk about is Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee. This is notoriously a bisexual main character book. The main character, Monty, is bisexual, and while bisexual is not used to describe him within the book, outside of the book, off-page, like the author has admitted to him being bisexual, that is a very big selling point for the book. And while in this story he does have relations with both men and women, and is very obviously attracted to both men and women. The next book I want to talk about today is one of my favorites of 2018, and that is They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. This book is set in a near-futuristic world where you get a call on the day you are going to die. And the story follows Mateo and Rufus on their last day as they connect through the Last Friend app and just kind of have the like living experience of a life in one day. The bisexual representation in this book is Rufus. It is said within the text that he is bisexual, like he comes out to his parents as bisexual. It is very clear that he is bisexual, and it makes my heart happy. Last but not least on this list is a book that is a sequel to one of my favorites of all time, and that book is Leah on the Offbeat by Becky Albertalli. I was so excited when they announced that Leah was coming out because it was just going to be a continuation of Simon, but in their senior year of high school, and you got to see everything that was going on, and I was just so excited and I was so happy about it. But it does follow Leah, who is bisexual. It is said in the description, like the first line of the description is, it doesn't say it in the first line of the description, but it's very like blatant throughout the story. Like that is a big issue in the story, is like her coming out to her friends, coming out to people around her, like that kind of thing, and I just love it. Two more books that I kind of want to like shout out more than like really mention favorite main characters. But the first is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black, because the main character's sister is out as bisexual. She's said to be bisexual, and she was in a relationship with another girl. Final book I want to shout out is the most recent book that I've read, and it is the main character, but it's not explicitly said by the author whether she is bisexual or not, and that is Dread Nation by Justina Ireland. The reason I included this book is because when I was reading it, there was something about her saying that she had been attracted to one of the previous graduates of the combat school that she went to, and that she actually kissed this girl. And I did some research, and a lot of reviewers say that they think that she is bisexual, but there is no like concrete from the author. However, I do know that the author, Justina Ireland, on her Instagram story once mentioned that she was going to an LGBT book event. So I think chances are good that she is, but like I said with Six of Crows, don't take my word as fact, like yes she is bisexual or no she isn't, because I'm not the expert. I don't really know. I'm just trying to like shout out some of my favorite bisexual main characters in young adult literature. But this might be, this might not be. I just wanted to put it out there because it included it in the book, and it's my most recent read. It's fresh in my mind, and I've really enjoyed it. Those are some of my favorite bisexual main characters in young adult literature. Let me know some of yours down in the comments below, and make sure to like and subscribe. Bye!